Now that we know all about bread, let's make some bread, and that's why we're in the kitchen. And I'm not doing this one alone. I'm with the beautiful, illustrious author and chef. It's Mule Satati in the building! Yeah! I'm so grateful that you're here. How are you doing?
I'm amazing. How are you?
Now that you're here, I'm amazing. I love this red carpet look that you have. I think it's so fitting and so poignant of the occasion.
Thank
We're
you.
celebrating everything that you've done for us.
Yes.
You've given us a reason to get excited about food. You've created something special. And Mzansi, let me tell you, this is what it's about. She's got an incredible tribe online as well, and I know you know all about it. But today we're making something delicious. We're going to be whipping up a homemade rosemary, olive, and garlic focaccia. Yum! Interesting
Yummy.
fact, and I have to just throw you under the bus here.
Yes.
So one of these ingredients you're not a massive fan of.
I'm not. I can really smell it from here. The smell is just taking me out. Olives.
That's so weird for me. Like,
I know.
I've never met many people that don't love olives.
Right.
So you really are special.
I am.
Truly are.
I truly am.
I was telling you myself and G-Man are like weird when it comes to coriander.
Yes.
We all have these sort of weird no's and weird yeses. I know Carl's big yes is Marmite. For
Really?
me, it's
That's
the
a
complete
big no.
opposite. Exactly. So it's so weird how all these different flavors work, but your book that you created, I think it just ticks everyone's box. So I love what you've done. But let's get into this recipe before I get distracted and just this fan over you for the
Let's
entire
get
session.
into
How
the
are we
bread.
doing this one?
So we're making bread from scratch, but of course, I've already made some over here. So I'm just going to show you the simple ingredients. I've got flour, 2 cups of flour. I'm going to add some sugar in there.
Okay.
Yummy.
And listen, this is a very overwhelming task. Making bread from scratch.
Yes.
This is like the real test of, are you worthy of being in the kitchen,
Are you
right?
worthy of being in the kitchen? Pinch of salt. Everything
Okay.
sweet needs salt, so we're going to add salt in there. And then I'm going to ask you to just mix the yeast into lukewarm
Okay,
water.
you can pop that down there, right?
Yes.
And I'm just mix it in there and stir up.
Mix it in there and stir up.
Got
So
you.
when you're making bread, you want to make sure that you activate the yeast in something warm. You can use milk instead of water. Yes, so it just activates a little bit and gets nice and funky and all those things. And then we're going to mix it into the flour that we have over here.
Nice, okay.
Perfect.
So no crazy techniques in terms of mixing here, it's just a general
No crazy
mix. Okay.
technique, just mix it in nicely. And once you mix it in with lukewarm water or lukewarm milk, never hot, it activates and foams up just a little bit when you leave it for like 5 minutes on the counter. That's how it'll let you know that it's ready. Right?
I'm probably testing you now, but what would be a reason if it was like boiling or too hot?
It's going to kill the yeast. So yeast is like me, very sensitive, very sweet.
You got to look after it, you got to
You have
cherish
to look
it.
after it and cherish it.
You must praise it, all right? We'll do exactly that, because it's not often that we get first-hand experience from a chef and an author like you. So we are
Thank you.
paying attention. So is Mzansi, and especially when it comes to something as what I think is overwhelming, but it's actually not. You're making this seem so easy already. I think anyone can do this. We're paying attention, and again, Mzansi, I hope you are too. Expresso.com, you want some of this inspiration from this recipe, but pay attention right now as we watch the master make bread.
Yummy. All right, so I'm mixing all of the yeast into the flour, and as you can see, it's combining together quite nicely, and then I'm going to finish off with the rest of the water.
And goals here, like what do we want this to look like from a texture, from a feel point of view? Is that more or less a yes? Are we winning here?
Yes, so we're winning over here. Essentially, we wanted to get to this point.
Okay.
Right, so we mix it all in, and once it's mixed in, right, we want the gluten to activate within the flour and the water that we've added. So the gluten's going to activate while I'm mixing, and then we're going to get our hands nice and dirty. But for now, we're going to put it aside and then move on to the actual one that's ready and made for us and prepared.
So this is set, this is rested, this has done its thing.
This
we
is
fast forward
set.
into the future.
Yes.
Broop, and now we have arrived.
Ping,
Love this.
it's over there.
Yeah.
So we're going to set this aside. So you're going to let it rise for like 10 minutes or an hour.
Will it
when it's
literally
cold,
like
it's
rise?
going to rise.
Okay.
So when it's cold, you obviously just want to put it in a nice warm spot. A nice tip I can give you is to put it in the oven and just switch on the light of the oven.
So you can actually...
So you can see, but then the light from the oven is going to create nice warmth and depth so that the yeast can activate and then the dough can rise up, especially when it's cold.
Yeah.
But if your house is warm, if it's warm within the wherever you live, then you're good to go.
Okay.
Put it on the counter and
right.
it's ready. So we're going to grab olive oil. And I'd like you to do this part.
At your
This
service.
is the fun part,
Yes.
right? You're going to take olive oil and just put it over your bread. And because I've got pretty nails, he's going to do all the work.
stepping in, I got you.
Please create some dimples in there.
Oh, so we actually...
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like playing with Play-Doh. Come on, get your hands in there.
is weird.
So spread the dough out
Spread
quite
that out
nicely.
as well, okay.
Yes, onto the pan. So with focaccia, you just want to spread it out. It's going to rise, and then once it's risen, you put it onto a baking tray, and then just spread it out with your fingers so you create dimples. The dimples is where we're going to pop in all the yummy ingredients.
Okay,
and
hang on.
stuffing.
This is getting awesome because
Let's
this
go,
doesn't
let's
just
go,
feel
let's go.
like we are getting in the kitchen, but this feels like a science project. So I
Yes.
want to put more attention to this. And Mzansi, Ule's going nowhere. She's going to be sticking around for some more recipes. So let's spend some time actually paying attention to how we finish this off. And we need to, because this is going to be the hero for our International Bread Week. And then
Yeah.
we're going to build on from here. So don't go anywhere, Mzansi. We're going to be finishing this off while I just get all these holes
your
and
hands in
mounds
there.
in. And I'm going to remind you, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with some beautiful finishing on this Focaccia. It's here around the corner. Oh, this is fun.
You can make my day.